a big talking point this summer, not necessarily just with West Ham, but also with Southampton, is the future of Flynn Downes. Now, Southampton, of course, have been impressed by Downes. He was there last season on loan. They've just got promoted back to the Premier League, and Downes played a pivotal role in that. He's been an excellent player for them this season. I've watched him a few times for him. I've been really pleased for him because I didn't want to see him go. I've got to be honest, on loan. I was gutted to the fact it happened, but I'm really pleased he's gone away and done well. Do you know what I mean? It really is good. I'm proper chuffed for him. But it's then bringing up this. It reminds me of the time we had Jesse Lingard. You know, remember him, Lingard? I know he's barely mentioned on this channel. Jesse Lingard. It does remind me of that because remember when obviously our season concluded, he then went back to Manchester United, and then it was like all we were talking about. You know what I mean? We're going to get Lingard. Whereas at Man United, they were probably like, well, we'll see. We're not too fast. They were kind of. It wasn't much pressure their end. And it kind of feels a bit similar to that. Like West Ham, we can take our time with this. We're not in any rush to do anything. And it feels like there's a bit of anxiety on the South Coast with Southampton, obviously wanting to keep Flynn Downes. Flynn Downes is a great player, as I've said. I mean, we got him, 2022, we got him. It's not too long ago, a couple of years ago. We got him from Ipswich. West Ham boy, you know, West Ham fan. And I loved what it meant to him when he joined West Ham, when he talked about how I think he was like very emotional with the family, all come from West Ham that way, I think Essex way, and how much it meant to them. You know, their family were literally in tears for him to join West Ham. And I really, you know, being a West Ham fans, we are, you know, it's like, it is, and it's like stuff of dreams. Like, can you imagine if you'd have made it as a West Ham player? And telling your family that I'm going to go and play for the club. You know what I mean? Amazing. It's like stuff for dreams. I just love it. And it really does. But it was sad how soured his relationship with David Moyes was because, and this was always a mark for me against David Moyes, to be honest, sometimes his relationships with some of the players, I never really got it. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like he just seemed to have a dislike for players pretty quickly. I mean, Ben Rama was always one, wasn't it? But there was a theme, I think, with this, because if you remember with Ben Rama, David Moyes wanted Eze. That was the kind of that. If you remember, that was the same when we got Ben Rama. That's the one he wanted. We just couldn't quite. We didn't have the money for Eze. That was what happened. I think whatever it was, and the club, you know, David Sullivan, the usual stuff. We end up with Ben Rama, and I just think sometimes for that puts a sour note in David Moyes' mind. I think that's what happened. And I get the feeling it was a little bit like that with Flynn Downes because there was rumours, and these are rumours, that Flynn Downes was sort of more sort of orchestrated. His signing was orchestrated really by Mark Warburton. Now, Mark Warburton's denied this completely and said it was rubbish. And could be rubbish, but there was a lot of belief that actually was the case, that Warburton was that was the play he wanted and highly recommended him, and we felt that we could do a deal. So anyway, it's ancient history now. That's what happened. That's what I believed happened anyway. And it just feels like Moyes took a dislike to Downes because he publicly sort of called him out, if you remember, in his first season. It was really early on as well. And I probably should have got the date with this before I did this video, but it was very early on. He called him out and basically said, I've been disappointed with Downes. You know, he needs to do a lot more, work a lot harder. And I remember thinking, he played. I mean, he barely played. And I don't know, I just didn't like it. I remember at the time thinking, why would you kick a boy like that? West Ham lad, he's just joined and all excited. And don't give me that. Do you know what I mean? I do not believe Flynn Downes, who was in tears joining West Ham, is his boyhood club, comes to train and didn't try. I just not sure I buy that one. And I've got to be honest, watching Flynn Downes between him signing and that comment, any appearances he'd made had been good. He'd looked decent. Do you know what I mean? All right, not well beat, but he looked all right, a good player. So never really got it. Never really believed that. And as I say, that was always a bit of a mark against Moyes' name for me. And then lo and behold, he goes out on loan, Flynn Downes. And I've got to be honest, as I've said earlier in the video, I was pretty gutted with it. I didn't want to see him go on loan. I like Downes. And I wanted to see him get given a chance because, as I say, being a West Ham fan, you've kind of got that feeling of if that had been me, like that, and that's how you kind of compare it, isn't it? Like if I was in Flynn Downes' shoes, would you want to be going on loan? Well, no, I want to be doing well at West Ham. But look, he went on loan. He went on loan to Southampton, and it couldn't have gone much better, really. He's kind of shown David Moyes. He's shown the club. Look at me. Look what I've gone and done. And yeah, brilliant. Really, really chuffed for him. And the fact is now that you've now got a Southampton football club that are, and obviously fan base, etc., that desperately want to keep him. And I think that's a real testament to him that he's gone away on loan and done so well that they are, really eager to keep him at the club. And I totally get it. He turned 25 in January. So he's at a really good age. So as far as I understand it, I don't think West Ham are in any hurry to do anything here. I don't think we need to sell, I think for West Ham to even to entertain it, it's got to be a decent offer. And also you've got to bear in mind, as I've said, that with his age, he's done very, very well last season. And I understand it's a big step up. The Championship to Premier League it's huge. And we see it. We've just seen it. You know what I mean? We've just seen a Burnley side absolutely dominated the Championship, playing beautiful football. We're thinking, God, they're going to be amazing. And they were crap. Let's be honest. They're pretty crap in the Premier League. They couldn't cope with it. Yeah, I think, wasn't it all three came up, went down, didn't they? Luton as well, etc. So, and Sheffield United. So, it just shows the gulf, all I'm saying, is between the levels. But still, I don't want us to sort of draw a line on the Downs. I really think that'd be a mistake. I think that it would be really wise of West Ham to give him a chance. And as far as we understand it, I think they're going to. I think Lopetegui wants to give Downs an opportunity at West Ham. Gonzo of Hammer's Chat wrote an article. Great fella, Gonzo. Really is a lovely bloke over on Hammer's Chat. And he wrote an article for Claret and Hugh regarding this. And this is actually what sort of prompted me to talk about this as well, is regarding him. And it's saying it'll be like a new signing for Lopetegui. It really would be, wouldn't it? Like, it really would be. You think about it, like having someone of that quality. Because we've seen Downes play for West Ham. And I don't know about you. I know it's down to opinion. You're entitled to yours. You let me know what you think. But I've been impressed by Downes. When I've seen him play for West Ham, I thought, you know what? Not, as I say, not a world beater. But I've watched him and thought he's a good player. He's a really reliable, decent midfielder, and he could get a lot better for us. So I was always a bit perplexed why it never quite happened. Because when I've seen him, I thought he looks good. What's the problem? I want him to come back. I want him to show Lopetegui what he's got. And I like Gonzo said, I think this could be like a new signing. This could be a new fresh midfielder in the side. And not only that, you've got a player that's just had an amazing season. Do you know what I mean? Be buzzing. Just been to Wembley and lifted a trophy. Do you know what I mean? He'll be feeling really good. No, if I was, I bet he's eager to get back. And then, of course, we got the video. The video, I don't know if you've seen it. It's brilliant, right? It's like Southampton's celebrations for promotion, and fair play to them, because we've been there. We know what it means being promoted. Don't matter how long you've been in the Premier League. It really doesn't, because we've been at the Premier League long enough. But I'll tell you what, it don't matter. Getting promoted, bloody great feeling. And fair play to them. Obviously beating Leeds in the final. Leeds were awful, weren't they? Really poor. But in during the celebrations, Downes, they've got the sort of like the host out, what have you. We have it with Chris Skull and etc., don't we? But they have their host, and they were talking about, to Flynn Downes. Oh, what are you going to do then, Flynn? And are you going to sign it? And they all go and sign him up, and all that kind of shit. And then basically he went, oh, I don't know yet, don't know. Then he went, Irons, and it was just like, just that alone. Flynn, do you know what I mean? Flynn Iniesta, bring him back in. Do you know what I mean? I want to see him back at West Ham as soon as possible. I really do. And like Gonzo said, I think this could be like a new signing. And Lopetegui, it could be a gift for him. It really could. It could be a little bit of a blessing that he's not probably aware of. I doubt he's not aware. I'm sure he's very aware of Flynn Downes and knows how he's been getting on. But I really hope it's not one that we sort of go, yeah, we're going to get rid of him because we want to bring a new midfielder in. We might not need to. We really might not need to. And I always think that when you talk about players being given chances, that's why I love the academy. Do you know what I mean? You want to give these boys, if they've got it, give them the chance, because they will grab it with both hands and cherish it more than someone that's coming to the club, don't really know, West Ham who, yeah, all right, great. I just want to be in the Premier League. I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but sometimes it's like, I just feel like I want to give these lads another go. Do you know what I mean? And I really feel like with Downes, I think he could be an important player for West Ham. I think he could grow into a really important player. So sorry, Southampton fans, if they're watching this and probably thinking, shut up, we want to sign him. And look, you may well do. If Southampton come in and offer 25 million quid or something, then we might go, oh, hang on, we might have to just do a deal here. I don't know. I just hope that doesn't happen. But as far as we understand it at the moment, Downes will be given a complete fresh chance at West Ham. And as Gonzo says, this could be like a new signing this summer.